There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Watson. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete. Okuebunam. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. On the handoff, Dillon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
To throw again on second down, Watson. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the 1st quarter of a 3-0 game. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. 6-0 our score after 1. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Out of the gun, Watson sliding out of the pocket. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that challenge, a successful one.
Here we go. Over. Here we go. Check 50. Check 50. Zoom. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
They'll look to run with Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
45. 40. Mike, 45. Here we go.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Below Nichols. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
SOS. Whip. Watch the whip.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it a 2nd down. On play action. Now Rodgers. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here we go. Let's bring it. 50.
From the 29, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Dillon. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. 2nd and 8.
We got trips over here.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Rodgers now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, check Mike 21.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Dillon will score. Touchdown, Packers. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
We got 4. Mike 46. Mike 46. Ready? 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
Watson now to throw. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins there to make the grab. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. And this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Dillon now off the option. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Rodgers. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike, 45. Hey, come on, come on.
Now Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Touchdown, Packers. Albert Okwuegbuna, 81 yards. And the Packers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Desperation time, Watson on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's the big man Dillon with it. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Check.
Dillon now off the option. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Third and long. It's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll run on first down. Dillon. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash.
And the ball is loose. Dillon lost it. And the Texans scoop it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Green Bay, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everyone.